People of God, people of God, you know what I want to say tonight? First of all, I hope everyone had an amazing day. I hope your day was blessed. I hope your day was filled with joy. And even though I hope that, I already know that there's several of you who pressed through this day. It was very hard for you to make it through this day. I already know that some of you have been pressing your way through with tears in your eyes, feeling like you're all alone in this big old world, feeling like there's nobody that cares about you, that nobody loves you. I've read some of what you guys had to say, and I'm going to say this right here. I'm proud of you, first and foremost. I'm proud of you. I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. I can never say that as your sister, as your little sister, your big sister. I can never say that I will never say anything or do anything that won't offend you, that won't hurt your feelings, because I'm only human, and humans don't always agree 100% on every single thing. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't be in agreement on every single thing, because that's what makes you different. You're entitled to your own individuality. But I don't know how far or where all God is gonna lead me in this life. I know I'm willing to be a vessel. I'm willing to be used by Him. I'm not perfect. I'm imperfect. But I said all of that to say I will try my best to always um, just be sincere in all of my efforts. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm not an evil person. Never had an evil bone in my body. Never had a jealous or envious bone in my body. That is not in me. I've always been a person that work hard, and I'm always thinking of new things. I'm always, whatever comes to my spirit, I'm always trying things. I'm a go-getter, and I've always wanted, if I'm doing something that's successful, I've always wanted other people to win. And if you're not interested in doing the same thing I'm doing, then I've always tried to be that encouragement, you know. And so I can only try to encourage you that have been grieving and this life has gotten kind of hard for you. I just want you to know I'm proud of you. I want you to know, I know it's easier. Sometimes you hear that, you know, but it'd be different if you had somebody that could put their arms around you and just squeeze you, give you a hug, not one of them fake church hugs. I said church hug, but y'all know sometimes when you have gone to church and they tell you turn around and hug somebody, or you're hugging when you're leaving or departing, and they just give you that look. They just tap you and pushing you away at the same time. That's not a hug. A hug. People, when I give hugs, people like my hugs. I had one friend. She and her husband were in the vicinity of where I live, and she called. She was like, "Girl, you home?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I told my husband I was gonna stop by. I just want to stop by and get one of your hugs." you know I believe in making people feel love, and one thing I've always believed that, who said this? I don't know if it was Maya Angelou, but one of my trainers quoted this to me years ago. I believe she got it from Maya Angelou. People will never forget how you make them feel, and everybody's not gonna like you. And we can't please everybody, because if you try to please everybody, you end up being a people pleaser, and then that takes away from your life. But I'm proud of you, and we can continuously try to work and grow in the right direction. Just keep walking together, and not allow the pains that many of us have endured throughout our lives. We've all endured pain, but not allowing the pain to make you bitter. And many of you, I see you striving, you share some of your testimonies, and you're still getting up every day. I see my brothers talking about they sharpening their swords, staying in the word of God. I'm proud of that. If I have done anything to encourage you, to motivate you, one sister, she said I motivate her to want to serve God. Sometimes some of these things that y'all say, it bring tears to my eyes, because I be like, you know, sometimes I sit and I talk to God, and I'm like, what is it? about me. You know, I'm just being myself. I don't look for the praises of men. Most of my life, I've always been criticized, and you know, I've been. A lot of people didn't like me because of my strengths. You know, because of the way I think. I was just always different. I was just always set apart. You know, never really fit in. And how I am now in life, a lot of the adversity has helped build this strength. You know, a lot of the things that happened to break me, it helped make me, you know. And so if I can just continue to be that light, you know, like I said, don't expect me to be perfect. Don't expect me to be perfect. I'm a human being. I'm your sister. But I want you to keep going and just know that if nobody's there to tell you, I'm telling you, I'm proud of you. Many of you, you could have let your heart turn wicked, like the wickedness that you were confronted with, but you didn't. You could have turned bitter, but you didn't. You still choose to love. You still choose to go on in life. You know, a lot of you, you're afraid to trust, and I can understand that. You know, I myself am one. Sometimes I get in the space where I'm like, I can't trust nobody, but I know that's not a good place to be at. So I always constantly tell myself, you're not the only good person in the world, because I know I'm not. You know, there's other good people out here in this world. So I know sometimes it's not easy to trust. And in fact, the Bible even tells us to guard our hearts, because everything we do flows from it. So keep your hearts guarded. But at the same time, you know, um, learn, get out, explore life, go to places that make you feel good. You know, get to meet new sets of people, laugh, listen to people. Don't try to shape and mold people into what you want them to be. Let people be who they are and just learn them. And you might learn something from them. And then slowly, as you accepting people for who they are, and they begin to let their guards down with you, you never know. That's maybe how you build friendship. One person asked me, how do we build friendships in our adult lives? I don't have that answer. You know, I just what I just said, you know, maybe you could try that. I don't have the perfect answer. We all have opinions and our advice, but I don't have the perfect answer. You know, I don't. I myself, I'm very guarded in a lot of areas, you know, um, but I know that there are good people out there, and sometimes you just have to sit back and learn people, you know. When you see people who seem like decent, see people who, somebody that may seem like a decent person that you could communicate with, or you know, that you can get to know, take time to learn them. But you just can't throw yourself in other people's life. They have to be receptive. You know, that has to be a mutual thing. They have to see the good qualities in you, because many of you, you got good qualities in you. And oftentimes, um, over the years, sometimes some of us, we've chased, you know, we've chased the wrong people. We've tried to make things work, or we've put up with the wrong people in our lives for so long, till when you really meet people who are qualified, who are anointed to walk with you in life, to be in your life, you don't have to chase them. You know, it's people that will appreciate you because they value you, they see you for who you are. You know, so anyway, I'm proud of you. Keep going. You never gave up. You know, all right, you too. You never gave up, and so I'm proud of you. Be proud of yourself, right? Have a blessed night. I love you.